Have you ever watched red pill content? Now, I know most people believe that it's just men bashing women, and they may do a bit of that in like the loudest platforms. But if you pay attention closely and look carefully, then you'll notice that they're actually putting you on game. They'll tell you things like how women are naturally hypergamous. This is not something, to be mad at women about. It's natural. You can imagine wanting the best bang for your buck in a way, and it's so to speak, right? Kind of like that. And they'll also mention how, modern day women aren't really raised to be wives. They're raised knowing what to expect from a man, but they're not raised how to treat a man. You know what I'm saying? And as men, we're raised knowing how to treat women, but we're not raised knowing what to expect from a woman, how she should treat us. And another thing that red pill content will teach you is, what I've been calling red pill, red flags. It's kind of like if a woman moves a certain way, you probably want to stay away from that, And it's those red pill, red flags which made me realize that red pillars might be right. Now, let me explain. I'm going to talk about 3 different girls that I've had experiences with. You know what I'm saying? Whether we were in a relationship or whether we were just, getting to know each other, or whether we're in between. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that, and I'm going to do this in 3 separate parts, right? 3 separate videos. So subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see the other 2. I'm going to tell you about the girl and the relationship, right? And then at the end of the video, I'm going to ask if you can guess the red pill, red flag. And if you catch it before I actually ask it, before, like if you catch it somewhere in the beginning of the video, props. But just don't ruin it for everybody else. You feel me? Just say you got it in like the comments below. You know what I'm saying? And or didn't get it, whatever. But anyway, let's get started. But before we get started, I need a drink, and I'm allowed to day drink because I work overnight. So shout out to the Philippines also. Red Horse, it's my first time having it. I like it. I plan on visiting the Philippines sometime in the future. So let's get started. Girl number 1. I'm just gonna call her girl number 1, okay? So girl number 1, we met on a dating app. I'm an introvert. I don't go out often, if ever, unless it's like for like groceries and stuff. But I like staying inside. So obviously another way to meet people is dating apps. So dating app. But anyway, we met on a dating app and started talking, blah blah blah. We eventually decided to go on a date, obviously. So before we got to the location, we were going to go get sushi. Before we got to the location, she made sure to let me know that she was going to pay for everything and that she did not want me to pay for anything. And for some of you, that might have set off the red pill, red flag. Just say got it if you got it. If you didn't get it yet, it's okay. I'm gonna tell you at the end. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. If you sure you want to pay for everything, then you sure you want to pay for everything. I am a follower of true gender equality. You know what I'm saying? But not that half-assed gender equality. No. We're going true gender equality.
俺風呂入るからなんだよ
レディーファーストって知ってますか
俺は真の男女平等を願う者都合のいい時だけ女の権利を主張し都合の悪い時は男のくせにとか言っちゃう輩は許さない人間だ
Anyway, we get to the sushi place and the special that we're using or whatever, it's kind of like you can order as much sushi as you want at a fixed rate. You know what I'm saying? Fixed price. But if you're not unable to finish all the sushi, then you have to pay for every sushi roll that's left, even if it's like half eaten. You gotta pay for the full price of every sushi roll that's left. I'm like, all right, cool. That's an interesting little special to have going on. I'm ready for this. I love sushi and ramen. Anyway, so we're eating, you know what I'm saying, get my munch on, nom. Shit's good. Sushi is sushi. I love it. And I ordered what I felt like I could handle, you know what I'm saying? She's over here ordering, and then like getting through halfway of a sushi roll, she'll order something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, she keeps doing that. And I'm over here like, what is she doing? Like, she's got to pay for all that extra sushi if she doesn't eat it. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to that point where she can't eat anymore. She's like, I can't eat anymore. I'm too full. Bruh. I'm like, all right. Unbuckle the belt. Unbuckle that top pants button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm about to make room. So I have to go in on this sushi just to finish it all, just so we don't have to like pay extra for the sushi, you know what I'm saying? And thankfully, I do it, you know what I'm saying? Mission accomplished. And thankfully, she didn't order more sushi, you know what I'm saying? I barely finished what she left over. Damn, that was a lot of sushi. Maybe not want to eat sushi for like the next 2-3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? That's how much extra sushi it was. But she starts digging in her purse, looking for a card so she can pay. And I'm like, well, are you sure you don't want me to pay? And she says, I'm sure. I'm like, you sure you don't want me to at least go half? She says, I'm sure. Cool. You know what I'm saying? She finds her card. She pays for the whole thing. Excuse me. Bet. You know what I'm saying? We can move on about the day. The day ends. It went well. And we talk about we eventually start talking about going on a second date. Second date comes, just went to the movies, made something chill, something easy. She paid again. Now at this point in time, I'm thinking to myself, yo, if she keeps paying for everything, if we ever have an argument, she's going to use this against me. Fellas, hear me out. Like, I know you feel me. Like, I know you know that a woman will take something that you mentioned off the cuff, that you randomly mentioned, or maybe she'll take something that you exposed to her as you were, you know what I'm saying, like trying to let her know about you, like while you were like letting yourself open to her, you know what I'm saying. She'll take something that you told her a long time ago, and she'll use it in a random fight years later, bro. Y'all know this shit happens. I know that you know what happens. So while she's paying for everything, I'm thinking to myself like, yo, she's gonna use this shit against me one day. I gotta I gotta find a way to counter this. But anyway, date 2 goes chill. It's cool. And between date 2 and the next date 3, right? It was a while before we went on date 3. But she started coming over. You know what I'm saying? And she lived far enough to where it's like, if you're gonna come over, you might as well stay the night and then leave in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So every time she came over, I was like, all right, bet, this is my time. I made sure I paid for everything. We would go out to restaurants like BJ's or whatever, and I would make sure I pay for everything, get some drinks, whatever. I pay for everything. Whatever we doing when she's over there, over here, over my spot, I'm paying for everything. And she's letting me. Bonus. Or not bonus, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, jackpot. That's what I was aiming for. Oops, it's not like I wanted her to try to stop me anyway. It's not like I was gonna let her stop me anyway. But anyway, date 3 comes around, and after date 3, we went to like an arcade barcade, whatever you want to call it. And once again, since it was a date, she paid for everything. Cool. You know what I'm saying? My plan, my counter is already in action, so I'm cool with it. So date 3 ends, we start dating, we start becoming official. So from then on, it's not really we don't really go out on dates as often. Instead, we just She comes over, chills, I pay for everything, she leaves. You know what I'm saying? It's more of that over and over and over again. But eventually we start having arguments. I'm trying to work on my content creation, you know? And I'm trying to get to the point where obviously I want to blow up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. A part of why I do content creation because I love it, yes, but I definitely want the money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a successful content creator, you can be making like 6, 7 figures sometimes, depending on how big you get. 7 figures like a year, you know what I'm saying? And why wouldn't I want that? So that's why I keep trying to work on. But she shows that she's mad at me every time I try to work on my content creation. If I'm not talking to her on the phone, or if I'm not with her because she's visiting, then she gets mad at me because I be working on my content creation or I'm at work. So like, hold on, if I'm not at work or if I'm not talking to her on the phone, or if she's not visiting and I'm with her. If I'm working on my content creation on my free time, she gets mad at me. If I'm ignoring her while on the phone or like not paying as close attention because I'm like working on like editing or something, she gets mad at me. If I work on trying to record a video, she gets mad at me. And it's like, why are you getting mad at me for trying to chase my dreams, for trying to succeed at something that I care for, you know? And maybe this will help you answer that question. She was working as a CNA and she was going to school to be a full-fledged nurse. And I was working at a warehouse. So obviously she's making more than me. I don't care about it, to be honest. I really don't. So to all the women who be like, men are insecure if a woman is making more than them, if a woman is making more than them, no, we're not. Trust me. We don't give a shit about how much money you make. You know what I'm saying? That's not a trait that we look for in women. It's more of a trait that women tend to look for in men. Feel me? But I digress. I'm starting to think that she doesn't, after all of her getting mad at me every time I work on my content creation, I can't help but start to think that she's just getting mad at me because I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, be successful in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my come up in a way, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get up there and trying to get that money. And I can't help but think that she likes making more money than me, and I don't really start to think about this until we're talking and I'm telling her, no, I don't know why you don't want me to be working on my content creation. I'm trying to do this so that I can become successful at it and make enough money to take care of my family, the one that raised me, as well as the family that I want to have in the future. You know, the girl that I end up with and the kids I'll end up having one day. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I can take care of them without having to worry about money. And I want to make sure we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, and that we can like enjoy our lives, you know? And she tells me, after I tell her that, she tells me, well, hold on, let me add this. Because I also ended up saying, I want to make sure that they're good even if I die, you know? So after telling her all that, she ends up telling me, it's not like someone like you would ever have a will anyway. Hey, yo, I'm sorry, what? It's not like someone like you will end up having a will, would have a will anyway. Now tell me this. If we're together and we're trying to root for each other, we're trying to do for each other, we're trying to be there for each other, why would you say something like that to me? Like, why would you want me to feel that way? Why would you want me to hear that coming from you? We're supposed to be be in this together, working together to make this shit work. Like, I got your back, you got my back. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to at least have feelings, some type of feelings for each other. Shit, that has to be romantic, right? For dating, not like just hate. Shit. Like, why would you tell me something like that? And why would you not want me to succeed? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here cheering you on every time you get good grades in your class. You know what I'm saying? Every time you do something good at work as a CNA, you know what I'm saying? I got your back, but you don't want to support me and my goals? And you're like, you want to tell me something like that? Are you sure? Are you serious? I don't understand that. I thought we you know what I'm saying, we're romantically involved, and I thought we was together, and I thought we, you know what I'm saying, wanted the best for each other. Damn, I guess I was a fool for thinking that shit. Damn. And by the way, we had other arguments, and in one of those arguments, she did end up using the money thing against me. She tried to say that she paid for all the dates and spent all the money on me. And so obviously I hit her with well, that's why I made sure that every time you came over, I paid for everything, because I didn't want you to be able to use that against me. But that shit pissed her off so damn bad, bro. You guys see this shit coming a mile away, bro. I mean, shot ain't gonna be activated, you know, without me even trying. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm just chilling, so no need for me to have my shotgun activated. It's just me in my crib chilling. But anyway, I'm gonna give you some time to go ahead and guess the red pill, red flag that this girl emanates from. I'm gonna give you. Hold on. Let me do the whole. She was a feminist. Damn, this shit went out. Yeah, she was a feminist. Yeah, she identified as a like modern day feminist and shit. Now, to me, I thought, in my opinion, my most humble opinions, I thought feminism was about equality between the sexes. You know what I'm saying? Then why didn't she want me to do as good in my life? Like, she wanted to be a nurse. That was like her dream job and ish. She was working towards that. She was getting that done. Bet I rooted for her. She didn't want me to be successful in content creation. I can't help but think at some point in time, you can't help but think that maybe she just wants me to continue, just continue to be down. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, maybe she just wants to always to have that one up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she just wants to be doing better than me and not want me to be successful at all. So, since I dated a feminist, I can't help but think that modern day feminism isn't really about equality. It's about a woman being above a man. That's what it feels like. It feels like women just want to be up while men are down. That's what. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. But after dating a feminist and going through that shit personally, kind of feels like she just wants to be up while I'm down. And she doesn't want me to ever be up. You know what I'm saying? Huh. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. She had a fat ass, so I did try to get back with her. You understand. Some of you understand. But anyway, let me know what you think about this chick in the comments below. Did you guess the red pill, red flag correctly? Did you guess it? And when did you guess it? Like, did you guess it early, or did you guess it pretty late, or afterwards? Like, when did you guess it? Did you guess the red pill, red flag correctly? And did you hit that notification bell to be here for girl number 2 and girl number 3? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, peace and much love to you.